de compagnie, Monsieur Bogart, later today. Over to you.
Play it again. Thanks for that, Stefan. Let's get more. Yannick Naud is portfolio manager at Glendevan King Asset Management. Yannick, thanks for joining us. Again, some numbers there that are a little bit better than we expected. But you made the point, it's not because necessarily they're doing great, it's just that expectations are really poor.
Well, exactly. I mean, look at today. I mean, Carrefour is up almost 5%. If you look at the number itself, I mean, Carrefour is going through a 3-year restructuring plan. They have been selling assets all over the world. The debt is down by 3.7 billion. All in all, France is doing much better because of being back to basic and cutting costs, and therefore operating margin is bigger. But all in all, the company is not really growing anymore. Yeah. It's still number 2 in the world in terms of retail, but it's not a national champion as it could be. So when the expectations are low, it's much easier to beat them.
To beat. I mean, but you still make the point that 10 shares have reached their all-time high this year, despite what you're saying. And 2 of them, L'Oréal and Pernod, who we're looking at today, have done it this month.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what I mean.
Why the big disconnect?
Within the CAC 40, there is let's say the 10 companies, including LVMH, including EADS, including Legrand, which are strongly performing. Obviously, those companies are trading at a much bigger multiple, and therefore for them to overperform is a bit more difficult. I mean, Gemalto was reporting today. I think the stock is up 5%, but to do that, you need to have 37 plus margin. You need to grow by 13%. It's much more difficult compared to Vivendi, which in fact
out of those stocks, we're going to hear from L'Oréal.
Yes.
What would be your choice at the moment? Because those are global companies.
Yes.
I mean, do you stay at this point in the cycle? Do you stay with the global guys, or do you look for those who have underperformed?
Well, I mean, given the economy, I mean, given the geopolitical environment, I will tend to look at the oil industry, and within the oil industry, or the subsea business and the engineering business, like company like Technip. But when you see that Vivendi, for example, is showing today very bad. I mean, the results are not very great. SFR is suffering. They've been selling all their best assets, Activision and Maroc Telecom, for quite. The price was not very good. There's a strategical problem. We don't know if they're going to split the media and the telecom, what they will do to develop the business again. And all in all, the stock is up because multiple are very low.
Just finally, we've obviously got the German election on September 22nd. There's a big divergence between German and French politics. What is the relative value between the? I mean, is there a play looking at the DAX and the CAC?
I think it's worth looking at it. I mean, obviously the German economy is overperforming France by any kind of standard. I mean, when GDP is up 0.5% in France, is up 0.7% in Germany. The industrial production was much better in Germany. In France, PMI as well. I mean, every economic data tends to have a stronger Germany.
Look at this chart. They're pretty much in lockstep over the last 12 months.
Yes, over the next 12 months, I mean, CAC overperform a bit. And if you look into a longer chart, in fact, we see that since 88, each time the socialist has been in the government, having the parliament majority, you saw the CAC 40 overperforming the DAX. I mean, it's completely, it sounds very surprising, but it's all about the expectation.
Yeah, we had a similar thing here, I think, 70s and 80s. I think the FTSE always outperformed with the Labour government, did better with the Labour government than it did with the Conservative government. But
I think there's 2 things. There's first of all the expectation of the market adjusts very quickly, and second of all, company has been, I mean, both in UK and in France now are very good to deal with a difficult local government. They are international, and sometimes you can exploit the discount because of the policy and the political leaders.
Yannick, good to see you. Thanks very much, Yannick Naud, portfolio manager at Glendevan King Asset Management. We've had ICBC.